Say, Joe, are you going to pardon your son if you get seated as a president of the United States that you don't deserve? The funny thing is, Joe, I did not forget. Maybe many people have forgotten that you were the vice deported in chief, that you voted against desegregation busing, that you voted for the crime bill, that you have been a crook and corrupt and a fox on the Senate too many years. You know, it's time for you to get out of there. President of the United States, you're not. You're not qualified. But besides that fact, you know, your corruption, 13 trips to Ukraine, $3.5 million, $153,000 a month for your son by Hunter. For what? For what? And then you guys travel and taxpayers paid Air Force Two, the vice president airplane, to China and collect $1.5 billion, $1,500 million for a contract to your son. For what? Based on what? A drug addict on rehab, and now he's traveling around the world with you collecting money? Listen, Chinese are not idiots. Chinese are trying to destroy the economic base, the nation of the United States as we know it, and we know that they are allied to everybody who wants to destroy this nation. And you go, arm's length transaction, it was not. You go, you have your son on Air Force Two, you go to China, get $1.5 billion contract. I want to know, for what? And what are the qualifications that were given, that, unless it was, political influencing? Please, Joe, you were, you just make me laugh. You were the boy toy for Ted Kennedy, and now you're going to be the redeemer. Now you're calling for unity. After 4 years, interfering, destroying the opportunity for this nation to have a rebuild, you're always been obstructing with the Democratic leadership, the Pelosi gangster, her father, D'Alessandro, congressman, attorney to the mafia, associate like you, Mr. Pelosi, because people don't know you are actually Nancy D'Alessandro, but anyway, you all got to get out of there. You're a bunch of corrupts. This nation deserves better. Let's get some younger generation of people there who we can trust, that are not looking out for themselves, that are honest in their belief, even if they are wrong, believing that you're the redeemer for this nation. You have spent all your life in the Senate there, trying to interfere, interrupt. And the last 4 years, we did not get all that we deserve, but we got prison reform. Where were you for prison reform in the last 40 years, Joe? What about immigration? You and Obama built all the camps, the chain link camps, the cages. You and the Clintons, the father of the wall, Mr. Clinton, 1995, YouTube. Please, come on. You're a bunch of crooks. What are you going to do now? Open the borders for whom? You deported 3 million with Obama. And who you want to be? Bring 100,000 Syrians in here now? Oh, come on, Joe. We know. Listen, we know you inside out. You and Kamala Harris, with all the your $200 million purchase of the vice presidential nominee. What? Your husband, the imam over there with a shift, with all the music and entertainment artists and so on. Hello. We know you all from California. I lived there 30 years. Burbank. I know everybody. You all enjoy yourselves. But not, we are watching you. closely, you know, and I know the nation is going to run you two out of there soon. Amen. You know well, Joe, that nobody goes to China and gets a $1,500 million contract with with General Electric or some independent enterprise, nothing like that. You know, that's a contract with a Chinese Communist government, with a Chinese Communist Party, you know, and that's where you think that the people in this country, you know, you might have gotten 70 million votes. You know why? Because you're driving the country to the ground. Because with all your pet projects and handouts, enslaving the browns and the blacks, with all your handouts, rather than giving them dignified jobs and education and health in their neighborhoods, which you have not done, you know, on the contrary, you voted against everything. We don't need handouts in the barrios, in the depressed black neighborhoods with no developments, with no good schooling, with no health opportunity or housing. You know, we don't need handouts. We in the barrios and the black hoods, we know how to do it. We don't need your handout. What we need you is to step aside and really let us take our positions. You know, we don't want you to write the check for us. We want to write our own checks.